Want to jam out to that for a while. Every time I have a birthday, now that I'm getting older, and Don, maybe you're getting a little older, that song reminds. I want to hear that song because, especially if you're tuned up a little bit, you have a couple cocktails, and you hear that song, it does take you back to the glory days. And we got to find a way to make the future years the glory years.
Yes.
Where you know what I mean, where you can actually have fun when you're older, instead of thinking back when you were carefree, didn't have a dime in your pocket, but you still had more fun. How do you get to that, without the stress and worry and chaos and all that stuff?
I wouldn't want to go back.
I wouldn't either.
No.
I feel like I'm in my glory days.
What? Really?
Yeah.
Nice. Well, I kind of
do.
do too. Certain times I do. But sometimes you think of that song and you're like, yes, some of those times were really fun.
Would you want to go back to high school? I hated school.
Oh, God, I hated high school,
I hated
too.
it. It
I had
kept me
mean
from
girls that would chase me
making
home.
money.
Yeah, I don't know. It'd be weird. I don't know. I don't think I would. Yeah, you're right.
And then you'd be living with your parents again. I mean, no thanks.
Well, now that's not so bad.
Not that I love my mom and dad, but.
So I have a question for John. So Ed, real quick, Ed Cashmark with the Everyday Economist. Stock market. I had a question from someone. Should people say, you know what, let's just reallocate a little bit? It's on the edge. It could go up and down. It could go down. I mean, what do you think? I mean, if you were trying to tell someone, is like yes, no, or maybe, or I mean.
Well, I guess my first answer would honestly be that's a good question because the stock market is so fickle, especially right now. The increase after the election has held largely in place. So I don't think that there's a whole lot of upside right now, but I'm not so sure that there's a whole lot of downside either. I would say the biggest risks right now are political and geopolitical. In other words, what's happening with Russia, Syria, Iran, North Korea, all that, because people don't like uncertainty. And if you start talking about possible wars, not saying that there will be, but if that ever happens, then people start to pull their money out and start buying bonds again.
And they get secure. Yeah, they want to feel secure again.
Yeah.
So, well, take that as you may. If you do pull out some money and you want to put it somewhere else, call us. If you want to put it into real estate. And we have a great property manager that can help you as well as far as getting tenants in there. And then you can have residual income into your later years, and maybe some appreciation as a carrot on top or as a cherry on top. Not a carrot, a cherry on top, as they say. Anyway, John, question on the housing. When is the multifamily going to bust? When are they going to, when do you think, or because they're still building a ton of multifamily brand new rental properties all across the Twin Cities. This isn't, hey, just Minneapolis. This is Crystal. This is Edina. This is all over.
Richfield,
I mean,
It's everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere you drive is brand new.
so and a lot of these are, you don't know, right? Are these market rate apartments? Some of them might be senior living or assisted living. Some of them, I mean, it's just booming.
Yeah,
Absolutely
it's a mix.
booming.
I went to Cub Foods the other day and picked up the 55 plus little magazine and the
Oh,
You know?
I'm not familiar with that one. Okay.
it's all brand new housing, for 55 plus residents and everything. So they're doing a lot of that, and it's a lot of apartments. It's, when is it going to go bust? That's a good question. It depends on the basically the cost of the building, really, for the builder. The more and more it gets built, the rents keep going down, which is good for people that want to rent there because there's more supply. So,
Yeah.
I know there's been a couple of brand new apartment buildings that just started recently offering 1 month's free rent.
I saw
in
that,
downtown.
and that's when I'm starting to wonder, like, hey, is it starting to
So you're
finally
starting
get a
to-
little bit?
But if people can still build with the kind of credit that, the cheap credit that you can get, why not build? If you can rent it up, who cares if it's, $200 cheaper than what you thought you could get if you're still making money.
Yeah.
And you can still get the rates, the 6% construction rates and all of that, or commercial rates. I guess that's why they're doing it. I don't know. They're filling up. I know you kind of mentioned that some people are selling and just going to rent because they don't want to take their $30,000 that they made and plow it right back into a down payment. I know that's been happening a little bit. We've had some renters
Seniors
that
are doing that a lot too.
that
Or
have
aging
sold their
adults
house
are.
and they've got a
Yeah.
little nest egg and they just don't want to, be illiquid again. If that's the right, is that a word?
Well, don't worry. Trump's president. We can make up any words we want now because you don't have to be
Jeez.
perfect on your words
not
anymore.
not
right?
liquid. I'll just say
It's a
not
blessing
liquid.
for me and you, guys like me and you, where we
Yeah.
don't always know the proper word.
So, but anyways, yeah, and so
Big
that's
league.
kind
I
You
think
can
of
make
big
it a
league,
word,
right? Big
so
league
it's
I'm
your
making it a word.
creation. There you
Illiquid.
go.
I think that's an actual word. I'll look in the dictionary when I get home. But so, yeah, I think it's good overall for everyone because the prices are going down. If you want to rent, I'm a renter still. I like renting. I don't like putting 20% into a place where I'm going to live. I'd rather put that into a rental and make some money off of it.
Yep.
So I like that prices are starting to go down now, and I think this is kind of the tipping point. As soon as I saw that 1 month's free,
I did. I saw that on a couple of them.
I think we're there.
It's kind of like in the real estate market when you're in the new construction. If a builder starts throwing out promotions to agents as incentives and says, hey, your normal commission for bringing in a buyer is X, now we're paying you Y more or X plus, that's when you're starting to say, okay, the demand might be slowing down a little bit. The market might be shifting. There's a reason for that. They don't offer it just because they want to be nice, right? And offer more money or free rent or anything like that. So
Yep.
watch for those cues
Yep.
if you're in the market for rental or and take advantage of them if you are. If you're in the market for
Yeah.
rental and you
Yeah.
got someone who's going to offer you a free month or something like that.
And that's Class A. So Class B,
Yeah.
I haven't seen anything different. You still have the people that are working the 9 to 5 that are spending $1,200 on a 2-bedroom or $1,400 on a 2-bedroom. I consider that Class B, and that's strong. We're still releasing, like I said, at record rates
Yep.
still, and we still can lease everything out within a week. The Class A is the stuff that I think is starting to go down a little bit.
Yeah,
There's
the
only,
higher end cost.
there's only so many
price
people
per
that can
square foot.
afford
Yeah,
$2,800, small 2-bedroom, apartments and stuff.
Well, in Edina, we're right on 49th and a half, if you're familiar with 50th in France, 49th and a half is zoned for redevelopment right now, and it just passed. And there was a lineup in the city council when the city council voted on it. Out the door, I'm told, this is from a third party, I was told this, 4 stories is the limit for commercial. They approved it to go 7. The people in the 49th Street are not too happy about it because that's their backyard. However, they're going to be they lowered it down by 20 units. They decreased their units in the development by 20 units, I'm told. And they're going to be a lot of 3 and 4 bedroom apartments. Massive. On
Wow.
50th in France. The pricing on those is going to be probably pretty high on a monthly basis, I would imagine,
I would think
for
so.
rental. But it's going to look great. No offense, I'm not bashing this at all. I'm saying I think the development's a good thing. I just don't know about the size of it, but also the amenities and the things they're going to have around there versus just the parking ramps right now. I think it'll be great overall. In the long run, it's the right thing probably. But right now, it's a little painful for certain people. So
Look what's
Yeah.
happening over at West End in
Yeah.
St. Louis Park.
Yep,
Oh,
that's where I'm
Yeah.
from. Yep.
building.
Yep. Now, someone
Tons.
told me that they were building all these apartments because someday they would convert them to condos, and it's cheaper to build them as an apartment building than as a condo building. Which that doesn't
Just a
really
different
make sense to
description?
me.
or
But
you could do a conversion, and maybe that has something to do with the 10-year warranty that everybody's worried about when they build condos. I don't know.
It's I think it's the warranty, right? You build a new condo now, you have
10
to
years.
warranty 10 years.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
if you build an apartment, I don't know if once you convert into a condo,
how that 10-year works.
how
That's
that
maybe
10-year
what the
works.
strategy is.
That's probably
actually-
what the warranty.
yeah.
It's
It's
an
all about the
existing older
warranty.
building. We're doing a condo conversion. Maybe the warranty statute might not be as long. I don't know. That could be part of it too. And right now, rentals are a hot item, so might as well go with that instead of trying to. And then the financing availability. Financing availability for commercial, multifamily or residential apartments is so much more readily available than for condos. Still, that's part of the problem is getting the financing for the condos. Because they're all worried about the 10-year warranty. Because okay, folks, law firms, bless lawyers, we have Messerly and Kramer on here, and we love those guys, but they solicit nationally. They follow the states and the statute for the states. Our state has a 10-year warranty. So lo and behold, any townhome or any structure that's built, as it approaches its 10-year, at about year 8, the management and associations start getting solicitation from attorneys around the country, not locally necessarily, saying, hey, let's go after them on a contingency. You pay us nothing. You win no matter what. If you get some money out of it, it's great. If you get some extra windows or siding or roof or whatever, it will not hurt you, and we'll take a cut on whatever we get out of them, and let's go after them on the warranty law. That's the problem. And the only people it really hurts are the ones who are in the unit at that time trying to sell their property. Because once a litigation starts, your property is devalued dramatically because you are not able to sell to FHA or conventional. In fact, no lender will touch it unless it's a portfolio loan or cash. So you're just shot yourself in the foot for those people. But anyway, so if you're in that situation, wait it out to sell. If you have to sell right away, call us. We'll help. We have people that do that. 651-400-0773. Thanks for listening, folks.